Northwest Manor Mystery is the 10th episode of Gravity Falls' second season and 30th overall. In it, a huge party's going on at Pacifica's place, but it's haunted, so she gets the Mystery Twins to help her. Shenanigans ensue. This episode is also sometimes known as Northwest Mansion Noir, in mostly non-American places and sometimes just bad listings. This is the only episode in the entire series where Stan does not appear at all, and the only other episode after Irrational Treasures where Soos doesn't appear. This is our second time seeing the manor after Gulf War. In this episode, we learn that Pacifica's middle name is Elise, her hair has most likely dyed, and her parents use a little bell to command her. Kind of like in Over the Garden Wall. Since the defeat of the Blind Eye Society, people are actually noticing the weird things going on, such as Toby Determined reporting on an off-screen adventure where Dipper got to tase a giant vampire bat. I know Gravity Falls isn't the biggest town in the world, but it's kind of wild that 7 people are able to just wipe everyone's memory and keep the town's mysteries all locked up. This is a kind of unique shot of the Mystery Shack. Dipper just being kind of a normal kid and eating junk food and watching junk TV. Ghost harassers, even down to their outfits they're wearing, is a reference to Ghostbusters, and it's being broadcasted on the Used to Be About History channel. For non-Americans, this is a very obvious dig at History Channel being mostly about ancient aliens, pawn stars, and a little bit of ghost hunting. Very, very rarely they'll do something kind of related to history.
I need your help.
You're the worst.
After some convincing, the Mystery Twins and Mabel's friends go to Northwest Manor. And it basically looks like you turn a Bass Pro Shop into a mansion. You got stolen totem poles, peacocks, whale skeleton, cider fountain, which is like the American PG way of having a champagne fountain. And yeah, the rich people hate the commoner kid, and the commoner kid hates being here. This is our second time seeing Dipper in a suit after sock opera. Ghosts are separated into classes, 1 being a Casper the Friendly Ghost, and a 10 being super dangerous. This is another reference to Ghostbusters, how ghosts are also categorized. 1s are basically nothing, but we usually see 4, 5, 6, and 7s. 4s are humans with unsettled business. 5s are basically weird shapes like Slimer. 6 are animals. And 7s are basically giant monster demon gods. The lumberjack ghost in this episode is called a 10 by Gravity Falls standards, but in Ghostbusters standards, he would still be a 4 even if he's super powerful and dangerous because he's a human with unsettled issues. Vigo the Carpathian from Ghostbusters 2 is super powerful and stuff, but he's also still human, so he's still categorized as a 4. It's more of a classification thing, not really a power scaling thing.
Ancient blood and blackened skies, the forest dark shall once more rise.
How the fuck did they get away with that, but Alex had trouble using Ave Maria? The ghost is played by Kevin Michael Richardson, who also plays Blubs. It's a little obvious, especially because he also played the ghost in The Inconveniencing. And in Journal 3, it's implied that he's an ancestor of Wendy, which just seems a little pointless detail, especially given that she's not in the episode. Dipper uses the black light for the first time in a while. The Category 9's apparently Dream Hipster. Turn power naps into horror naps. This is very clearly a Freddy Krueger reference. The slasher villain from the Nightmare on Elm Street series who has the power to enter your dreams and kill you. Instead of having a glove of knives, he has plastic knife, plastic spoon, plastic fork, and a bottle opener. We meet the mayor of Gravity Falls, and like most American politicians, he's just embarrassingly old. And we meet Marius, played by Matt Chaplin. Mabel and the girls fight over him. Dipper traps a ghost in a mirror. Pacifica actually bees nice for once. Day is saved. Until it turns out the ghost has a reason to be angry. Because long ago, the Northwest tricked a bunch of lumberjacks in building their manor, and didn't even let them in for their party. Then everyone died from hypothermia. Dipper calls them out on their BS, and actually frees the ghost. Pacifica comes to terms with her family being awful. And we see the pains from Irrational Treasure, showing again they're an awful family. But Pacifica doesn't have to live up to their awful standards. She can just be herself. The ghost uses its powers to turn everyone into wood, including Dipper. He does the exact same pose that the shapeshifter did in Into the Bunker, when it said that this would be the last form that Dipper takes, and the ghost says that he'll burn the place down if Pacifica doesn't open the main gates. But her parents are still awful and mentally abusive, despite what Alex Hirsch keeps saying, and would literally let everyone else die, hide out in the bunker, eat the butler, rather than having poor people see how messy their house is. But Pacifica breaks the cycle and lets everyone in, and the ghost is at peace. Pacifica learns to rebel against her parents and ruin their favorite carpet. Also, McGucket shows up. He's repaired the laptop from Sock Opera. It's saying Imminent Threat 21 Hours is a bit of a meta reference to the fact the next episode aired 21 days later. Also, the Northwest have a build tapestry somehow. The agents make their first significant appearance in Karaoke, where Tamri walks in on them. One of them's dressed like a woman, and the other is wearing an Arab headdress. In the commentary for the episode, Alex revealed that Nick Offerman played one of the agents because he read the script to this episode and really appreciated how Northwest Manor looked.
He read the script for this episode because he's got one line, and he said, "I read the script, and there was so much magnificent lumber. I told my wife I have to do this show. I turned over to Megan and said, it's funny, and there's lots of wood." That was his reason for doing the show, was just reading the description of how magnificent Northwest Manor was. He wanted to see it animated.
Mabel outfit check. The only sweater of the episodes is a very unique one, kind of mustard yellow with magenta outlines, little trees on the sleeve, and a running deer on it. It's kind of unique and I like it, but it's also super weird they would give her such a detailed one for not appearing in the episode that long. For most of the episode, she wears this pink dress. It has little roses in it, a matching crown, and heart earrings. You can even see a little hot glue gun attached to it because she made it herself. Pacifica outfit check. When asking for help, she's dressed in a very old Hollywood outfit. An overcoat, sunglasses, white hoop earrings, and a matching purple with polka dot bandana and scarf. In the beginning of the episode, she wears her normal diamond earrings, a matching necklace, some gloves, and a dress that's apparently lake foam green, which I'm guessing is slightly darker than the seafoam green her mom wants her to wear. But instead of wearing seafoam, she ends up slaying and being independent in a purple dress, with some black trim, different diamond earrings, and dark pink necklace and matching gloves, so it kind of looks like she's got blood on her hand. Our key is cursed. Our code is, next up on the Used to Be About History channel. Did aliens write the Constitution? Crawdads and tiaras. There's a Toddlers and Tiaras reference in Gravity Falls. I'm going to end my life. And Florida the show, which is a weird way of saying cops. Our page is, Stan is not what he seems, which was also a backwards message in the intro. This is one of the best episodes of Gravity Falls. I love seeing Pacifica's development. Matt Broly, who directed the episode, took this character that Alex Hirsch didn't really care about and made her actually sympathetic and a character that you actually care about, going on to inspire other characters I really enjoy. Mean girls with dyed hair and sad backstories. I love seeing Confident Dipper, and I love seeing how the two balance each other out and bring out the best in each other. I love seeing the rich man getting taken down a peg and the common man getting what they deserve. I love the comedy of the episode. The ghost is both scary and sympathetic, which all ghosts kind of should be in this kind of story. I love the beautiful lighting of the episode. I love the horror aspect of the episode. I love the setup for the rest of the season. Overall, I love this episode.
I'm sorry to break it to you, but Pioneer Day is for serious people, and you look and act ridiculous.